Okay, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back. So look, Anthony Joshua, does he deserve a rematch? This is a big question right now because I've been seeing a lot of the Anthony Joshua fans up and down in the comment section on social media talking about how Anthony Joshua will do better in the rematch. Spencer Fearon, after his hash, you know what I mean? He made a hash of things coming out, running off his mouth, made himself look stupid afterwards. And now he's double back and saying Anthony Joshua can win a rematch. And he tried to compare it. He tried to compare it to Lennox Lewis versus Hazeem Rahman. Now I watched that fight live, right? Lewis versus Hazeem Rahman. Let me tell you something. That fight is non-comparable to Daniel Dubois versus Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua was never in the fight. Lennox Lewis versus Hazeem Rahman was a 50-50, I'm not saying it was a 50-50 fight in the beginning because Lennox Lewis was the favourite and the champion, but when the fight commenced, it was an even fight. Both guys, Lennox looked like he was controlling the fight, to tell you the truth. Eventually, it looked like he started to slow down, and then Rahman caught him with that good right hand, knocked him out. But Lennox Lewis was in the fight. Anthony Joshua was never in that fight. The fight was over from the first round. Effectively, it was over from the first round. Anthony Joshua never had a look in. So for Spencer Fearon to come out and other Anthony Joshua fans to come out and say Anthony Joshua can win the rematch, because I don't see a path. Anthony Joshua can win a rematch. How? I don't see how he can do it. He didn't look like he was in that fight at all. Fundamentals were all wrong. Hands were hanging down low. I mean, if he was to fix his guard and that, yeah, obviously that would be a bit of an improvement. But is it enough to win the fight? I don't think so, personally. And I personally don't think Anthony Joshua deserves a rematch. And to tell you the truth, I don't want to see a rematch. It was a one-sided fight, right? Daniel Dubois is the champion. Why does the challenger have a rematch clause? I don't get that. Obviously, Anthony Joshua's the cash cow of British boxing. He brings in the most amount of cheddar. So yeah, obviously Dubois might want a rematch with him, but if we really look at it carefully, this is not like, I'd rather see Joseph Parker versus Daniel Dubois. And I'm not gonna say I'm not big on Joseph Parker, but Joseph Parker's not the most exciting fighter. Come on, let's admit it, he's not the most exciting fighter. But I would still like to see Joseph Parker versus Daniel Dubois as opposed to Anthony Joshua versus Daniel Dubois rematch. I think there's plenty of other opposition that Anthony Joshua can explore, i.e. Deontay Wilder, Gerard Big Baby Miller, Andy Ruiz, Dillian White. There are loads of fights out there for Anthony Joshua, loads of them. And I don't think he needs to take the Daniel Dubois rematch just yet. I know time's getting on. I know people say time's getting on, he needs a rematch quickly. No, I think he can go another year on a rebuilding path. Fight some of the guys that I just mentioned. No more cream puffs, yeah, like Hellenius, even though he struggled with Hellenius and Wallin. No more cream puffs. Just, let's get Wilder, let's get Dillian White, let's get Ruiz, let's get Gerard Big Baby Miller. Those are four guys Anthony Joshua has had history with, and he can get in the ring with these guys, and it will show public interest. And that could be a real rebuilding path back to rematching someone like Daniel Dubois. Because if Anthony Joshua looks good in any of those fights that I just mentioned, those guys I just mentioned, then the public and myself will probably be more interested in watching a Daniel Dubois rematch. Do you understand what I mean? But anyway, enough said. I ain't going to say much more. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. What do you guys think about Anthony Joshua getting this rematch against Daniel Dubois? Is it a fight that you want to watch, or would you rather see something different? Let me know in the comments. Smash the like button, hit the bell for notifications to get all the new and the latest videos.